You know, 99% of people starting to learn AI have no idea of the basics. And that is why 99% of people starting to learn AI fail. In this video, I'm going to teach you the basics so you don't end up being one of those 99%. Let's get into it. Okay, so what is AI? What does AI stand for? It stands for artificial intelligence. Now, when most people hear this term, they think about robots and self-driving cars and all this crazy future stuff. But actually, AI is much simpler than that. The simplest way I can explain AI is machines that can learn like humans. Machines can learn from data and experience and then make decisions based on that learning. That's basically what AI is. Now, there are many different types of AI, but the most common type is called machine learning. Machine learning is when a computer program is fed a bunch of data, and then it uses that data to learn and make predictions. For example, if you wanted to build a program that could predict whether or not someone was going to like a movie, you would first need to collect a bunch of data on people's movie ratings. Then you would feed that data to your machine learning algorithm. The algorithm would then use the data to learn the relationships between different variables, such as the age of the person and whether or not they liked the movie. After the algorithm has learned these relationships, we can then use it to make predictions. For example, if we input the age of a new person into the algorithm, it will output whether or not we think they will like the movie. One of the most popular machine learning algorithms is called the decision tree algorithm. This algorithm is used for both classification problems, which is when the output is a class label, such as whether or not someone is going to like a movie, and regression problems, which is when the output is a continuous value, such as the price of a house. The decision tree algorithm is a very versatile algorithm and can be used to solve a wide variety of problems. It is also a very interpretable algorithm, which means that it is easy for humans to understand how it works and what factors are the most important for making its predictions. So those are some of the basics of AI. If you want to learn more about AI, stay tuned for more videos. We cover a wide variety of topics related to AI, including machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. Let me ask you a question. What is the difference between supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning? If you can answer this, you might be one of the few people who actually know how to use artificial intelligence, because 99% of beginners have no idea what we are talking about. Most people today are just getting started with artificial intelligence, and they don't even know where to begin. But we are here to change that. In this video, we will explain everything you need to know in order to understand how AI works and what it's capable of. If you stay until the end, we will even show you how to take your skills to the next level and get ahead of the 99. So let's dive into the basics of AI. Most people think that artificial intelligence is too complicated to learn or too expensive to get into, but that is not true at all. In fact, there are some very basic concepts you need to understand before you can even start using AI, and most people do unbother to learn these. There are 3 things you need to know. No. 1. What is machine learning? No. 2. What is deep learning? And number 3, what is the difference between them? Let's start with number 1. Machine learning is the study of making decisions under high uncertainty. Imagine you are playing a game of chess against a computer. The computer knows all possible moves and outcomes of the game. So, theoretically, it should always win, right? Wrong. Because in chess, there are so many possible moves that the computer cannot keep track of them all. So instead, it has to use machine learning algorithms to learn from its past games and improve its decision-making. This is similar to how humans learn from their experiences and become better at making decisions over time. This is the basis of machine learning. It enables computers to learn from data without being explicitly programmed to do so. Now let's move on to No. 2. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks to learn from data. Understand the difference between machine learning and deep learning. Let's go back to our chess example. A machine learning algorithm could look at all the possible moves on the board and use a set of rules to decide which move would be best. For example, it could look for moves that capture the opponent's pieces or control more territory. However, a deep learning algorithm would work differently. It would create an artificial neural network that mimics the structure of the human brain. This network would consist of multiple layers of interconnected nodes that process and transmit information. The algorithm would then use this network to learn from the data in the training set. adjusting the weights and biases of the connections between the nodes to improve its performance over time. In essence, deep learning is a more advanced form of machine learning that can learn more complex patterns and relationships in data. But it also requires more computational power and data to train effectively. Now that you understand the difference between machine learning and deep learning, let's talk about 3, how to apply them. There are 3 main ways to apply machine learning and deep learning algorithms: classification, regression, and clustering. Classification algorithms are used to categorize data into predefined classes or labels. For example, you could use a classification algorithm to predict whether an email is spam or not based on its content. Regression algorithms, on the other hand, are used to predict a continuous output variable based on one or more input variables. For example, you could use a regression algorithm to predict the price of a house based on its size, location, and other features. Finally, clustering algorithms are used to group similar data points together into clusters without predefined labels. For example, you could use a clustering algorithm to segment customers based on their purchasing behavior or demographics. These are the basics of AI, but there is much more to learn if you want to become a machine learning engineer. That's why we created a free online course called Introduction to Artificial Intelligence that covers all the essential topics in depth. In this course, we will teach you everything you need to know to start building AI applications. We will cover topics such as probability, statistics, linear algebra, and calculus. We will also introduce you to popular machine learning algorithms like decision trees, support vector machines, and naive Bayes classifiers. Plus, we will teach you how to use deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch to build and train neural networks. Here's what you will get out of the course. First, you will have a solid understanding of the fundamentals of AI. Second, you'll be able to work with real-world data sets and build machine learning models to solve practical problems. Third, you'll be able to work with deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch to build and train neural networks. Fourth, you will be able to understand and interpret the results of your machine learning models. Fifth, you will be prepared to take the next step in your AI journey by building more complex models and exploring advanced topics. We designed this course for people who are just getting started with AI and have no programming experience. By the end of the course, you will have enough knowledge to continue learning on your own or to enroll in more advanced courses. Best of all, the course is completely free. We believe that everyone should have access to quality education regardless of their background or location. So sign up today and start learning AI for free. Now let's get back to the topic of the video. There are several tools that can help you get started with AI. The first one is Google Colab. It's a cloud-based platform that provides a free environment to write and execute code. You don't need to install anything on your computer, and you can access it from anywhere with an internet connection. Colab also comes with a lot of pre-installed libraries and tools for AI and machine learning. You can use popular frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch and access GPUs to speed up your computations. Additionally, Colab allows you to connect to other Google services like BigQuery and cloud storage to work with large datasets easily. Moreover, Colab has a collaborative feature that lets you share your work with others and review their work. This makes it easier to learn and work with others on AI projects. The second tool is Google Teachable Machine. It's a web-based tool that allows you to build and train machine learning models without writing any code. You can use it to classify images, audio files, and text by simply dragging and dropping your data into the tool. The Teachable Machine will automatically analyze your data and create a model that can make predictions based on new data. This tool is great for beginners who want to learn about machine learning concepts and see how they apply to real-world problems without getting bogged down by coding details. Finally, let's discuss how to take your AI skills to the next level. The first step is to practice regularly. The best way to learn AI is by doing, so try to work on as many projects as possible. The second step is to build a portfolio of your projects. This will help you stand out when applying for jobs or internships. You can showcase your projects on GitHub or create a website to host your work. The third step is to network with other AI enthusiasts and professionals. Attend meetups and conferences to meet new people and learn about the latest trends in AI. The fourth step is to keep learning. AI is a rapidly evolving field, so it is important to stay up to date with the latest developments. read research papers, and take online courses to deepen your knowledge and skills. In conclusion, there are 3 things you need to know to understand how artificial intelligence works and what it's capable of. Know. 1. What is machine learning? 2. What is deep learning? And know. 3. How to apply them. There are also tools available to help you get started with AI. And if you want to take your skills to the next level, you should practice regularly, build a portfolio of your projects, network with other AI enthusiasts, and keep learning. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. You can also check out our free online course, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. Simply scan the QR code on your screen or visit our website to get started today.